you can take photographs if you wish as well. So I just begin, I give you an overview of the history of the house, and we visit some of the reception rooms downstairs and some of the visitors' rooms upstairs. A couple of the rooms are still closed because of the work going on outside at the moment. The history of the house began really in 1177 when Philip the Barry was granted land here by the King of England, Henry II. So he took land from the McCarthys in Munster, and he built a castle not far from here in Barryscourt. And they were actually, he was kind of heralded the 8 Earls of Barrymore who descended from him. There were 8 Earls in the family. David was the first Earl, and he lived later in Castlelyons Castle in North Cork. And during that period, the Earls of Barrymore used what was originally here was a hunting lodge, and this was extended later on. I'll just show you a picture there. So this room is the anteroom, and as you can see, the ceiling is quite low here. So this was part of the hunting lodge. It's like a waiting room, really. So you wouldn't really stay here very long if you were just coming to chat. Greatly influenced Irish paintings. The large one above the table is the Irish one by Jonathan Fisher. It was always kind of sparsely furnished, so you can probably get what it was used for by the gentry and their guests, obviously, you know. So it was used for dancing and socialising, so basically the ballroom. Now the servants, there was an army of servants in the background maintaining the house and cleaning it and, you know, lighting fires in the winter and so on as well. Now this room is out, so again you have very classical motifs there, the doves surrounded by the garland of flowers, a symbol of the Greek goddess Aphrodite, and you have symbols of the musical instruments as well, telling us that this was a room for music and dancing, and hunt, the bow and arrow as well, reminding us that it was originally a hunting lodge. Now Mrs. Bell herself loved it. So this was the quieter room, you know, for relaxation in the winter. It's where the family would have their coffee after dinner, after being out hunting all day, maybe shooting and fishing or whatever. They would gather here with home and coffee late into the night, and the butler would make sure that the fire was burning in the winter and that it was nice and warm. He was known as Ireland's Van Dyke. He was from Tipperary. And this is just an Irish family, the Chardin family. And opposite you have The Blue Boy by Charles Johnson. So I'd like someone to guess now what this room is called. Very simple question.
This is the guest bedroom.
He was from Yorkshire in England. Now when Mrs. Bell came over in 1936, after buying the house from her cousin, and she brought a retinue of servants with her from England. So they were trained professionally over there, and that included the butler, the housekeeper, the lady's maid, the cook, the senior servants. So this is the butler here. This is a photograph of him, George Russell. So he was actually very well loved by everybody. He was very highly esteemed. So this is my aunt up at the top. She's smiling all right, actually, in her housemaid's uniform. So Mrs. Bell decided to have the photograph taken again the next day.
How did Fota get the name Fota?
Fota actually comes from the Gaelic word Fota, meaning the warm or the hot soil. So it's an Irish word. Fo meaning soil and te meaning warm.
Is it warmer here than other parts, or?
Well, the climate is very temperate here, which is why, you know, the shrubs and the trees can grow here from many parts of the world. New Zealand, you know, China, the Himalayas.
It looks like they have palm trees here too.
Palm trees, yeah. So, yeah, that's right. So that's where it comes from anyway. That's Fota.
This is the kitchen at Fota. where all the food was prepared, what was captured and killed was cooked here.
The families were engaged in sports, and farmers included folk were hung up here in carousel. At the top was a cute pole for some of the bad smells. The cook was the expert. She knew when it was time to cook a bird, for example, usually when its head was hanging off, apparently. So you had Gaylord as a trace example of life in the 1830s. This was built in the 1830s. There were lead lined tanks here as well, where you could preserve meat for several months while this exchange was going on. The bells here were answered by the butler because he was responsible for all the main rooms downstairs and answering the front door and that kind of thing. And where we have the toilets now, that was the butler's pantry, so that's where he had his safe as well for the guns and the silver and all that. So apologies, I don't have a meal later ready for you. You have to use your imagination now. But this is a beautiful Regency dining room. The carpet was made here by Ulster weavers for the room, as well as the curtains were also manufactured according to the instructions of the architect John O'Connor. But I like it's beautifully decorated. The paint on the wall will be similar to what was here originally. To the right of the fireplace, there are some painted gratings actually to show you what. When you look at the ceiling, you can see it's very suitable for a dining room. You have the vine and the grape leaves, all done by hand. It took about a day for the stucador to make the foot of these borders. And we actually have the original vine growing still in the Victorian working garden. The third type of column is weak order with the cactus leaves on top. So these are Corinthian column again, using the Castlelyons technique. So it's imitation marble. Supporting the ceiling there is like lovely acorns in the plaster work again, symbol of a long life and strength. The acorn being the seal of the oak. Now, there were two forms